In a shadowed hall, beyond the reach of time, two minds from distant worlds met, as if fate had summoned them. Seneca, the Roman Stoic with calm eyes and the poise of someone who had looked death in the face many times, stood across from Friedrich Nietzsche, wild-haired, sharp-eyed, with a storm of ideas always brewing behind his gaze. The silence was thick not of tension, but of reverence. These were not just men, they were philosophies made flesh. Seneca began, voice low but firm. Suffering is not to be cursed, it is the grindstone of the soul. We must not flee pain, for it is in adversity that virtue is born. What shakes the body strengthens the character. Endure, and you become unbreakable. Nietzsche's smirk was faint, but his voice carried like thunder. Endurance. You make it sound noble to kneel before pain. I say embrace it, ride it. Let it tear you open and rebuild you stronger. Not to endure, but to overcome. Man must be forged into something higher, not merely survive, but become. Seneca studied him. And what is higher, if not peace with oneself? You chase storms while I tend the inner flame. Virtue is not born from regeat, is born from mastery. To govern the self amid chaos, that is power. Nietzsche took a step closer, fire flickering in his tone. Then you misunderstand power. To master the self, one must first destroy the self. What you call virtue, I call chains. The overman is not tame. He does not flinch from chaos, he dances with it. The overman is a phantom, Seneca replied. You wish to climb beyond mankind while forgetting what makes us human. Discipline, compassion, wisdom. Without them, your will becomes tyranny. Nietzsche didn't flinch. Better tyranny of the will than slavery to fate. Your Stoicism teaches acceptance, but I teach revolt. Suffering is not a test, it's a signal, a call to arms. Why suffer in silence when one can roar through it? Seneca's voice softened, and yet, those who roar are often those most alone. My suffering taught me patience. It taught me to love what I could not control. That is not weakness. Friedrich is freedom. Nietzsche, passionate, silenced, but stilled. His eyes narrowed with thought. Perhaps your freedom is a quiet rebellion, but I still believe suffering is a god that demands tribute, and I intend to offer it poetry, rage, and fire. And I, Seneca said gently, intend to offer it peace. Between them, silence fell once more, but this time it felt different. Not the silence of conflict, but the silence of understanding. Two men, one from the Senate, the other from the abyss, both carrying their wounds like medals. One saw suffering as a lesson, the other as a crucible. And perhaps both were right, because, in the end, suffering is neither good nor evil, it simply is. And it is we, the ones who walk through it, who decide what it makes of us.